Good morning, everybody. Okay, I'm going to show you what I have here so far with this commercial, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and we'll get to that in a bit. So basically what they have is they're kind of redoing an old commercial. The problem is if you look at this sign, it doesn't look as good as it used to. So let's go back to that sign right here, and you can see it's kind of burned. Let me show you the old one. Or at least it's the same sign. It's an old commercial. See how nice and clean and clear that sign is?
Tu crédito, bancarrota.
Let me turn that music off. Now see how clean it is compared to that sign. You can see how it's kind of blackened and kind of faded. And then if you look on the roof, let's see if I can get a good shot of the roof sign. Okay, this is the old roof sign from the old commercial. It's actually not too bad. This isn't too bad, but this looks terrible. So what I'm going to do is we're going to replace this sign here. And not necessarily with this one. What I'm going to try to do is use this one to match this in a way. I'm actually going to take the little graphic file and try to see if I can match it. All right, this will be kind of fun. So we're going to do this in Motion, and Motion does take a long time to open. Okay, here it is. And what I'm going to do in this case, I'm actually going to make a Motion project that's completely separate, and I'm going to export the video on its own. I'm not going to apply this as a Final Cut Pro filter or anything because it's not really going to work for what I want it to do. All right, so let's make the duration 10 seconds. Doesn't really matter because I'll just shorten it later on. All right, here it is. Now, what I need is the original video. So, not this one, but this one. If I take this clip and I go reveal in browser, and I'm going to go ahead and put my browser on this side real quick. Okay, so here's the clip highlighted here. So I'm going to reveal this in Finder now. And this is the clip that I want here. And I'm going to drag it and drop it into Motion. And let's make this longer than what we say here. Okay, it's 30 seconds now. That's no big deal. All right, so here is my final right here. That's where I want it right there. So what I'm going to do is grab the little square or the little logo and I'm going to put it here and I'm going to try to match it a little bit so it doesn't look too fake. And where it is here in my client files in the LA Motors thing here, and I have the LA Motors logo here. Let's drop it in there. Okay, remember that's my final. All right, we have a couple of things that we can do. We can use the four corner to try to fit it in there, fit it in that, or we can use our position tools and rotation tools to try to fit it in that. But one of the things that I do want is I want to do motion tracking. Actually, I might not be able to do motion tracking because it doesn't start in the clip. It kind of moves a little funny. So I might just have to do, on this shot, I might just have to do it frame by frame. So let's use our rotation, position, and we'll use scale a little bit. Might have to scale it in just a bit on the sides. Not that one, X. All right, and let's do this. We're going to make the opacity 50% so that I can see it and I can move it a little better. Okay, we got that there. All right, let's bring this back some. Okay, so it looks like I have my rotation pretty good. So let's use the scale to scale it down. And we'll just grab this and pull it down, fit it in there. All right. So that's the sign. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring the opacity up. But look how fake it looks. I don't really want it to look like that. So I do need to make some adjustments to it. So we will go into our library, go into the filters, grab color correction, and go down to hue saturation. And let's throw this on here. And what I do want to do, let's bring the saturation down just a bit, bring the value down. Let's bring the saturation back up, and let's bring the hue so that it's a little more yellow, like burnt yellow. That's looking a little closer. All right, so I think that actually looks pretty good. Now what I need to do is match the frames, and I'm going to go frame by frame and position it so that I have exactly what I want. Like I said, I would use the motion tracker, but it's pulling from the shot, and so when it gets to the point where part of it is off screen, it's going to go nuts. So I don't really want to do that. All right, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to put keyframes on my position, on my rotation, and on my scale. And let's go ahead and step forward. I might use the motion tracker right here. This might work, but because there is a little bit of motion. Okay, that's where I want it to stay. It stays pretty steady right to there. And here it looks like it goes up a bit and to the left a bit. Let's add another keyframe. And we'll bring it up just a little bit more. Okay, let's hit OK on this. Okay, so now let's go to here, put in a keyframe. My voice is cracking. No, it's not really, but I'm just being silly. Let's bring it up a bit. Right to about there. All right, let's go back a few more. Now, remember, this is not going to be exact right now. I may have to go in literally frame by frame and do a little more work on this to get it to work. Now, as I zoom in, my Y rotation changes slightly. No, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, let's go back a little bit more. Bigger scale. A little bit less Y. Okay, I think we got that. Sorry I'm being so quiet. This is not an easy thing to do. And I'm sure it's going to look a little goofy at first. All right, it's getting close. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so one of the things that's happening is if you look at all these little lines down here, they're kind of jumping around a little bit, but a lot of it is because the interpolation is a Bezier, and it really should be a linear. And the reason for this is because the Bezier will cause it to zoom in and zoom out or do some strange movements. because it's trying to make it look smooth. Well, I'm not trying to make it look smooth. I'm trying to just make it follow everything.
Pero te preocupa tu crédito, bancarrota o te pagan en efectivo, aquí en LA Motors lo podemos.
Okay, there's a couple of spots where it looks a little strange. Right there, it's not following very well. And right here needs to go down just a bit in scale. All right, looks like it's breathing separately from everything else.
Comprar un carro, pero te preocupa tu crédito, bancarrota o te pagan en efectivo, aquí en LA Motors lo podemos hacer.
I liked it.
Okay, so we got that. Let's go ahead and export this as it is. All right. 2124, so I'm going to make my clip 2124. 2124. And let's go ahead and export that as it is. We'll do ProRes. Let's do just video only. No, let's do video and audio, but let's do this before I do the audio. Okay, let's turn that one off. Okay, here we go. Video and audio, render, just color, no alpha. Sign, follow, trial, 1. All right, so what I'm going to do is put this in that client files. Client files, LA Motors, and we'll save it there. Cool. All right, the other thing we can do is this. Let's go ahead and go back into our animation. And let's get rid of all of these keyframes. Okay, and now we're going to do a motion tracker. Library behaviors, motion tracking. And we will put an analyze motion on this. And we will put a match move on this. Okay, and my analyze motion, let's turn this off for a second. And let's analyze, I want to do 2 analyze motions. So I'm going to do this one and this one. So analyze motion here will go right there. And this analyze motion We'll go right here. Okay. Then my match move, I might have to have 2 match moves on there, but we'll see. Okay. So let's go ahead and run the analyze motion. Let's actually do it from back here. Let's start here. Okay, let's put this analyze motion right there in that corner. Reverse. Okay, let's go ahead and run that analyze. Okay, so there it goes off screen, which is fine. Let's grab this one. Let's put it here in this corner. Actually, maybe what I should do is try to do the 4 corners. Let's see if I can do that. Let's put that one there. Let's put this one up here. And then let's do 2 more. I'm hoping this works. I'm not sure it'll work, but I'm hoping this works. So we'll go top right, top, no, that's top right. This is top right. The other one is top left. Left. Bottom right. Okay, let's put this one right here. And then we'll do another one, and it'll be bottom left. Okay, what I'm going to try to do is pin these to the 4 corner filter. Okay. All right, so let's take the inspector. Let's reverse analyze bottom left. It's doing good. It's following it well. It's okay. Okay, so that one got finished. Okay, let's analyze bottom right. And right here it should go away. Zoink. It's gone. Oh, what's it doing? All right, so what we'll do real quick, let's grab this. Okay, see how that track result X goes clear funky like that? Let's go ahead and zoom in here. And right there is going to be the last keyframe. So all we have to do is make a box, get rid of all the rest. All right, so now let's go back to the end. And we'll probably have the same thing happen to these too. Top right. Analyze in reverse. Actually, let's stop it. Stop. Top right needs to be up here, so let's get rid of all the keyframes for top right. All right. We have it in the wrong spot because we already did the analyzation there. put it there, and now let's analyze. No, it's still going to the same place. So let's create another one. Oh, I need to remove it. That's why. All right, let's remove that. Now let's go back here and do this. Let's just remove this whole thing right here. Let's go back to our library and just do another one. We'll do another analyze, and we'll do top right. Okay, here we go. All right, got stuck there. Actually, it came back a little bit, so if we look at that, see how it jumps like that? We have to get rid of that. So we will zoom in, get rid of those 3 keyframes. Let's see what the other ones do. They look good, but we'll just go ahead and get rid of those ones as well because they're useless. If you don't have the other ones, what's the point? All right, so top left now. Reverse. Okay, let's analyze that. It jumped off. I think. Might not have. All right, here we go. Let's zoom in just a bit more. Okay, so we've got the analyzed stuff. All right, so now I need to apply it. And that's sometimes the tough part. All right, so match move. We're going to do a match move for position, scale, and rotation. And this will be top right. All right. Okay, now let's do another match move. Let's hope this works. Bottom left, inspector. All right. Okay, let me zoom out a bit here. This, it's not going to change the scale, but I need to be able to change. Okay, so the track is following one thing. It's not following everything. Four corners. Here we go. Interesting. So maybe if I go top right, top left, bottom right. Oh, come on. And bottom left. Okay, let me see if there's other tracks here. Huh, let's do this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of that. All right, let's turn this off. And let's go in here again. I think I can do several on the analyze motions. So let's do this. Okay. Track 1 will be top left. Okay. Reverse. All right, let's do that one. It's staying pretty good. Okay, now let's do another one. We're going to go back here and we're going to add another tracker. And we'll put track 1 there. Don't know if I can rename it, but it doesn't matter. We'll put track 2. Let's do it in green. Track 2 will be top right. Okay, track 2 went nuts. Actually, I think track 2 stopped, but let's go ahead. Let's see if I can add the other 2 tracks and analyze them both. No. Stop. Let's add track 3. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we're going to do this. Okay. So track 3 we're going to do in red, green, yellow. We won't be able to see yellow as well, but I think we'll be fine. And then we'll add track 4. And we'll do this one in blue. Somebody once said, you love them in red and you love them in blue, but most of all, you love them in blue. Okay, reverse analyze. Yep, it's doing all 4 tracks. Cool. All right, so track 4 went a little nuts. Let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Let's turn off everything except track 4. It was the result Y that went nuts. And you can see right here is where it does. So let's go ahead and make sure we get all of those. And toss them because we don't need them. So everything else looks good. All right, everything else looks good. Okay, so we've got the 4 corners. Now we're going to come up here and pin it here. Type 4 corners, mimic source. Analyze motion, top left, track 1, top right. There we go. Good. Now, it's acting a little strange. Oh, wait. We got to swap those.
Te pagan en efectivo. Aquí en Alley Motors lo podemos hacer.
Let's try transformation.
Necesitas comprar un carro.
Nah,
pero
4
te
corners
preocupa
is the
tu
way it's going to have to
crédito,
work.
Bancarrota o te pagan en efectivo. Aquí en Alley Motors lo podemos hacer.
Okay, my only issue is before it comes on screen, because everything is all squished and goofy,
Necesitas comprar un carro.
it doesn't work.
Pero te preocupa tu crédito.
So right there, as it's coming on screen, it's not going to work for me. So here's what we're going to do. Once they're all on screen like this, even then it still doesn't work. It doesn't work until it gets there. Not sure why. All right, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. That's going to take too much time to sit and try to figure all of that out. So I'm not going to worry about that anymore. Okay, next part. Let's not save that. The next part is this ending part right here. Reveal in the browser. It's right here. Reveal in Finder. All right, let's go back into Motion. Let's create a new file. I don't know why it takes so long for Motion to come up with a new file. I think it's because it loads up all the templates and that takes a while, but I'm not sure. So while it's doing that, I'm going to start making a Blu-ray real quick. Oh, never mind, it's up. Let's put 20 seconds on the clock. All right, so this is my file here. That's my video. And you know what? I think I'm going to keep it just like this because that's it. It's not very long. 9 seconds and 2 frames. All right, project 09, oops, 02. Okay, so we've got this. And now I need my little LA Motors logo. Woohoo, it's big. And then what I can do here is I can use the 4 corners to adjust it. I know it's goofy looking, but that's okay. What I'm going to try to do is match the 4 corners into the 4 corners of the one in the background. Just like that. Okay, we're close. Very, very good. Okay, and it looks horrible because it's so bright. It's too bright. All right, let's go back and grab a hue saturation again. Filters, color correction, hue saturation. Throw it in there. Now remember, it doesn't let me go negative, so I had to go all the way positive and bring it back just a bit. Let's bring the value down. And I think that's actually pretty good. Okay, this clip shouldn't move much, but we can go ahead and put on a motion tracker. It does move a little bit. So we'll put on a motion tracker in there just to allow for the movement. It still looks a little bright. Let's just leave it like that. That'll look good. That matches the building as best as I can possibly match it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a motion tracker again. This time I know it's going to work, so I'm not too worried. Motion tracking, analyze motion. All right, so what I want is, let's turn this off. Let's grab this analyze motion and let's put it on this little dot right there. Okay, inspector. Now it shouldn't really do too much. It's not going to scale or anything, so. Okay, my problem with this is not going to be the motion so much or the positioning. My problem is going to be, oh, she doesn't touch it there. My problem is going to be her hair. Right there. That's going to be the tough part because right now this covers her hair. All right, so I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to match move, stick it in here. Inspector, I'm going to apply to that analyze motion. And it's just going to be a transformation. That's not what I wanted. There. So when the bump goes.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza.
Okay. So now we're going to grab this track and duplicate it. And I'm going to add a keyer. So let me turn off this track. Library. Let's make this transparent background. And filters, keying. We'll use a Luma keyer. Don't see why not. Invert. Let's see if this messes it up too much.
Ready? In 3, 2.
LA Motors.
Ready? In 3, 2,
LA Motors.
1.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza.
Got it. Okay, so you can see how her hair now goes over the sign. All right, so if I take this sign out, you can see her hair is still there. Cool. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. Okay, so let's export that. All right. Okay, so we're going to call this one Sign with Hair. Oh. I didn't want to export that just yet. Delete. Okay. I forgot. I've got 2 sets of audio here.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza. LA Motors, su dealer de confianza.
Okay, that should work. I had to pan my audio over because I'm going to replace the audio. I don't necessarily have to, but I just want to make sure that it's there. And we will call it again, Sign with Hair. Okay, that's done. Let's go ahead and close without saving that. Don't really need it. All right, let's throw these in here. Okay, now I'm going to move this back over this way, and I'm going to, let's grab the sign with hair first. Let's copy that, and I'm going to go with the sign with hair here. In point, and grab it, and let's, now remember I copied this here. Oh, come on. Replace from start. I copied that in the beginning, so what I'm going to do is paste the attributes. And transform, effects and volume and EQ. Okay, so we should have this here.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza.
Look at that, her hair goes right over the sign there. Isn't that cool? All right, now let's grab this one. Okay, let's copy this and throw this down here. Replace from start. And we're going to paste all these lovely things. Boom, boom, boom.
Necesitas comprar un
Okay, my only issue is the audio is way over on the right, so pan, stereo, left, right.
crédito.
I think I know why. My tracks. Let's do dual mono. And let's see if that changes things.
Necesitas comprar un
Much
carro,
better.
pero te preocupa tu crédito, bancarrota o te pagan en efectivo. Aquí en LA Motors lo podemos hacer.
Look at that with the sign. Did you see that?
Pero te preocupa tu crédito, bancarrota o te pagan en efectivo. Aquí en LA Motors lo podemos hacer.
It's a little goofy, but it'll be okay.
la licencia de su país y
We didn't do this one.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza.
Okay, so we got to do this one too. Reveal in browser. It's this one right here. Reveal in Finder. Come on. There he goes. All right, so I've already put the clip in. Okay. How long is this? Oh, it's longer than 30 seconds. It's just under 40 seconds. 39:03. I'm doing this just so I don't take extra space, and so it's a little easier to match things up later on. All right. Let's grab my sign, my logo. Top right. Whoops. Top right, top left. Bottom right. I'm just bringing them kind of within the vicinity, and I can tweak them a little bit later. Bottom right. I mean, bottom left. Okay. Grab the color correction, hue saturation, throw this in there. Inspector. Bring it back just a bit. Right about there. Value. There we go. Looks really good. All right. Okay, my problem on this one is not Azucena's hair, but Idaña's hair. See that? It's right over it, right here. And that gives me the same problem as before, only I can't key out the darker areas this time. So let's see. Let's grab a keyer, and this time we'll actually just grab a regular keyer. And let's turn this off and make this transparent. Actually, that works really well. It kind of has the yellow in it, though. I don't want the yellow there. So let's take a look here. Grab our inspector. Let's sample this color. Okay, and let's just invert that. They look creepy. That's funny. Okay, let's take that just like that. But what I'm going to do is I don't want this color to be coming through everywhere, because see how green it makes them look? So I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do, I don't know why it makes them look green either. Where are their keyframes? I don't know why it's turning yellow. Or I mean purple. Maybe I can add a hue saturation here. It's like removing the blue for some reason. I don't know why. Let's get rid of that. Now, I'm not going to be able to use a regular keyer. I'm going to have to use a different kind of a keyer. So let's grab a Luma keyer. Alright, so I bring that back in, and let's key the rest of that out. At least the color doesn't change. Alright, so we got that. And now let's just, you know what, let's just do this. Let's just make some, let's make a matte here. I know what I'll do. Here's what we'll do. We're going to use this as our track matte for this. So add image mask. Yeah, but then it's going to make the blue stuff. Let's duplicate it. And let's crop it off. Don't know why the four corner thing is going goofy on it, but whatever. All right, so this will be the image mask. Come on, where's my image mask? Okay, let's turn that on and see if it works. The L looks kind of goofy.
Right there. Ready in 3, 2, 1.
Visítanos en Boulder High.
That's all we need right there. It's just a visítanos. All right, so let's turn this audio off. And this audio can stay on. All right, so all we need is that little piece, so I'm not going to worry too much about all the rest of it. All right, let's export that. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. And I'm just going to keep this open in case I have to do something else. Okay, now let's import the file. Sign with Idania here. Boom. Put it in. This may change a little bit. Copy. Oh, sorry. Let me put this over here so you can see what I'm doing. Copy the attributes. And I want to make sure that it doesn't like freak it out and misalign it. Looks like it did just a bit, so we'll come back a bit. Okay. Now let's paste all these attributes. And audio needs to be dual mono.
Visítanos en Boulder Highway y Desert
Y modelos.
Visítanos en Boulder Highway y Desert Inn.
O en Las Vegas Boulevard y Pecos.
LA Motors, su dealer.
Okay, this one here needs to be dual mono as well. It's in stereo.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza. Necesitas comprar un carro.
So there we
pero
go.
te preocupa tu
So what we did
crédito,
was
bancarrota, o
we
te
replaced
pagan
the
en
LA Motors
efectivo.
sign
Aquí en
with their logo actually, and made it look pretty good.
Aceptamos la licencia de su país y financiamos a todos. Sobre todo, contamos con carros de todas las marcas y modelos.
Visítanos en Boulder Highway y Desert Inn.
O en Las Vegas Boulevard y Pecos.
LA Motors, su dealer de confianza.
And the reason we didn't have to do it on with this little girl part is because that was shot before when the sign looked really good. Okay, so that is done. I'm going to export it and send it to the client so they can check it out. All right, thank you very much for watching.